my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Tell my sick daddy, me I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see the rookie Drake London. He's coming off a week where he stuffed the stat sheet in both yards and touchdowns. It's the Falcons and the Browns on EA Sports.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state of Georgia. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
Watson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This pass is caught by London. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw here. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on third down. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we're never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be Falcon football. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. He'll look to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's another first down as they bite on 23 more on that one. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Pass complete to Bird out right here. Touchdown! Demir Bird. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson looking sideline, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Coup for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. That pick six just a moment ago. Things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Are we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how frequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic, and as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Algier with another carry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We begin across the Atlantic in London, Minnesota, and New Orleans in the first of 5 games in this year's NFL International Series, where it was the Saints serving as the home team who were able to come away with the victory. Andy Dalton, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounced back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. 2 touchdowns there for Jonathan Taylor. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. A touchdown run for Gus Edwards. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On second, here's Algier. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 84 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll stick with Algier. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. First and 10, it's Patterson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Algier now up the middle. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Algier will try to pick it up. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Algier going straight ahead. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff to Algier. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown! Algier, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Coup now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Algier again on second down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Third down, here's Algier. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
On the give, it's Algier. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On the ground, it's Algier. And he's taken down inside the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Algier with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run. Give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Coup for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been won for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Yeah. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. When you talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone, he's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession.
And now here's another interception. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 54 yards. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you force turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for Atlanta, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for